Recap Daily is back. Today's movie name is Monolith. This is the story of the future world, where we are shown a girl named Sandra who is traveling in a very advanced place with her 2-year-old son. Sandra has been gifted a car by her husband, and now Sandra is going with her son to her mother-in-law that is her husband's mother's house. Sandra now starts checking the features of this new car whose name is Monolith. He comes to know that its AI, that is artificial intelligence, is very advanced. She sees that before this time her husband had traveled through it. And he had gone to a hotel with some of his friends, and there was a girl also in this car. She starts doubting her husband, and then she gets a video call from her husband who tells her that there is an application for this car whose name is Monolith. I have downloaded it on your phone. You can operate this car from your phone. Car can also completely control herself. Then someone knocks the door of her husband's hotel, and he says bye and goes out to open the door. Here, the Sandra's suspicion has completely transformed into a belief that her husband is cheating on her. Now, on the way, Sandra stops with her son at a store to buy some goods. She goes inside the store with her son, and then she sees a man outside peeping inside her car. But she can control her car with the phone she has, and she turns on that mode of the car in which no one can go inside the car. That is, the car has completely turned into a bunker. Now, Sandra is buying things when she sees that her son is not there. Sandra gets scared this time because her son also has asthma, but when she goes out, she sees that there are some girls with whom her son is playing. Sandra gets angry and starts shouting at them, after which they start moving towards Sandra, but she sits in her car with her son and turns on the bunker mode of the car, which is called Walt mode. After this, Sandra starts her. She leaves with his son. After this, Sandra calls her best friend. Her best friend tells her that she is in the hotel at this time. Sandra gets suspicious whether her best friend is with her husband, that is, both of them. She also comes to know that there is someone in her room with her best friend. She insists him to show her his face, but her best friend does not show her face and disconnects the phone. Sandra's problems increase even more, but now Sandra has reached her mother-in-law's house. And instead of going inside the house, she decides that she will go to the same hotel where her husband studied so that she can catch him red-handed, and now she starts driving her car in that direction at full speed. This system of the car tells it that in case of an accident, we should take another route. But she wants to reach the hotel as soon as possible by any means. Celio tells the car's AI system to tell me the shortest route, and now its car moves towards a shortcut route, which is a rugged route. There is a lot of darkness all around. That is why she cannot see anything. And now Sandra, who is under a lot of tension, smokes a cigarette. The cigarette smoke makes the car's AI system think that the car is on fire. That is why it is said that it turns on the emergency mode. Although she tells Car that she has just lit a cigarette, but Car is unable to understand what she says, and now Sandra takes complete control in her hands. That is, now the car is in manual mode. Now Sandra's son starts coughing because he has asthma and cannot tolerate the smoke. Sandra throws away her cigarette. Her son is crying, so she gives her phone to her son. Now Sandra's car collides with an animal. Sandra's car stops. This car is so strong that even after falling from the mountain above, nothing can happen to this car. Although Sandra should not have come out, but because it is now in manual mode, hence Sandra comes out, want to see what hitted the car. She gets out of the car and sees that there is a deer under her car, while inside the car, her 2-year-old son, who has his mobile, opens the Monolith app in that mobile and accidentally turns on Walt mode. Turning on Walt mode means that the vehicle will come to a complete stop, which means that neither anyone from outside can come in, nor anyone from inside can go out. This entire vehicle has been converted into a bunker. His mum is Sangra outside. Sandro doesn't understand how to open the door and sees that his son has just opened the same application. She tries to explain to him with gestures that they should turn on the Walt mode, and her son is only 2 years old. He cannot understand these things, and then the mobile falls from her son's hand, and now he cannot pick up the mobile because she has used the seatbelt. A 2-year-old child does not know how to open the seatbelt. She gets very upset outside, tries to break the glass with a stone, but this car is the strongest and most powerful car in the world. It is the safest car. That is why its glass cannot be broken. Sahendra gets completely upset as she saw a powerhouse behind. Sandra goes there for help, but there is no one there. Although there is a phone, but it is also dead. Now Sandra once again starts moving towards the car, but then she realizes that there is some animal around her. She runs and climbs on the roof of the car, but whatever animal is around her is not going to go away so easily, that is why. She attacks the car with a hammer, causing the car's name to start playing, and the animal runs away from there. Somehow the night passes, and in the morning Sandra sees that the place where she is standing is surrounded by rugged terrain. That is, she cannot get any help nearby. Then she remembers that on the way she had seen an airport board where help may be available. Thinking this, he feels very happy, but now the temperature outside is very high, and his 2-year-old son who is inside the car is wearing wooden clothes, due to which he is feeling very hot. Santa does not understand that he is what to do. Therefore, she takes off her jacket and places it on the sunroof because she is feeling hot from the sun. And now Sandra moves towards the airport. Even after walking for several hours, he does not see any sign of the airport. She is very tired and thirsty too, but Sandra's luck is good that she finds a river from where she drinks water. After this, once again she moves ahead, and soon she reaches the airport, but she sees this airport is a deserted airport where there is nothing except some broken planes. She goes inside the plane. She wants to contact the plane's radio, but it is not working. Here she finds a bottle. She comes down with a bottle and also burns 2 tires of the plane so that she can reach this place to help someone through the smoke. And now she takes the center bottle and reaches the river from where water is collected, and when she reaches near the car, she sees that her jacket is lying below. She gets scared and goes to her car and sees that her son is unconscious due to the heat, so she pours the water she had brought with her on the car so that the temperature can reduce a bit. Although the fan of the car is running but the air condition is off, that is why his son is feeling very hot, and now an idea comes in the mind of the sender that in the front of the car from where the air is going in, there is ventilation, where it smokes so that the smoke goes inside and the car opens its windows. But the opposite happens. When the smoke goes inside, the automatic system of the car closes the ventilation so that air could not get inside. Sandra stops right away. Sandra is very panicked, that is why she attacks the car, but it is of no use. This car is very strong. It cannot be broken by any means. Sandra lies there completely dejected. A few years pass, and Sandra now comes to the same place with her husband as her son is no more in this world. Her husband says that you have killed our son. You had locked him inside the car, and then Sandra's eyes open because it was her dream. Sandra goes near the car and sees that her son is completely unconscious. She understands that her son is no more in this world. She says that you will go to heaven, but I will go to hell. But still she sees that her son's fingers are moving. Actually, her son is still alive, but his condition is very bad. Then a coyote comes here who attacks her. To escape from him, she goes on the roof of the car, but the roof is very hot. That is why she falls from the roof of the car, comes under the car. She attacks Joe, but soon he realizes that the accidented deer is stuck under her car. Coyote has come for the deer, that is why she throws him out. After the deer comes out, the car starts sliding backwards, but Sandra stops the car with a stone because there is a ditch behind it, and now an idea comes in Sandra's mind. Why not throw the car from top to bottom so that the car's AI system should be convinced that an accident has happened and will open the doors of the car? She had heard about this from the company. She is confident that the car is very strong. Even after throwing the car from the top, nothing will happen to her son. Will be. And now she does the same thing. She pushes the car from top to bottom into the ditch, and now when the car is in the air, the AI system of the car comes to know that the car is in the air, which means that the car may have an accident. That's why she activates her motion sensor, due to which the vehicle starts balancing on its own and quickly falls to the ground, and there is dust all around. Sandra gets scared. She comes running down. She sees that the car has landed very safely. Besides, now the doors have also opened because the car was designed in such a way that in case of an accident, the doors of the car will unlock automatically. She takes his son out of the car and takes off his clothes so that he can feel cool, but her son's life is still in danger. The same car reboots its entire AI system and is now ready to drive after getting the report once again. Sandra sits in the car with her son and puts the car on the roading board, after which the tires of the car are raised. There are some rocks in front of it, but keep in mind that this car is the strongest car in the world, which is strong in every way. She can walk on the rocks in the mountains on the road, and now she starts increasing the speed of the car. The car easily climbs the hill at that place and quickly comes on the road. After this, Sandra takes her son to the hospital, where after some time her son becomes completely normal, and in this way Sandra saves her son's life, which makes her very happy. Sanders also knows that her husband is cheating on her. Now she has to decide whether she wants to live with her husband or not. We hope that you liked this story named Monolith. Recap Daily is back. Today's movie name is Monolith.